Roads are the lifelines of a nation. They connect people to schools, markets, hospitals, and opportunities. They are more than cement and asphalt. They are promises of progress. But here, in Davao del Norte, one road stands as a painful reminders of how promises can be broken. This is the story of Tadico Road, an unfinished project, a dangerous spot, and a mirror of deeper problems that affect millions of Filipinos. For residents who travel this road every day, life is a constant struggle. Drivers complain of constant repairs, flat tires, broken suspensions, wasted fuel, but the most painful cause of all is human life. Tadico Road has gained another name in the community, the Killer Road. Accidents happen here far too often, with some claiming the lives of innocent teachers, students, and workers. The Department of Public Works and Highways, or DPWH, has promised to rehabilitate this 8-kilometer road with a budget of more than 500 million pesos. Years have passed and only a fraction has been completed. In 2023, just 1.7 kilometers were rehabilitated. Another 600 meters followed in 2024. In 2025, less than a kilometer is scheduled for construction. The remaining 5.2 kilometers, almost two-thirds of the project, are still waiting for funds. Graphics highlights the breakdown of completed versus unfinished kilometers. Why so slow? Official points to delayed budget releases, cost inflation, bureaucratic red tape. By the time funds arrive, road conditions have worsened, making repairs more expensive. What should have been a single continuous project becomes a patchwork of short, disconnected sections. Each year, the people wait. Each year, the road crumbled further.
How often do you use the Deco Road? And what challenges do you face every day?
As a habal-habal driver, inisod yung nag-agid area, especially naabot may mga pasahero. The first challenge sa mga area kay kaning dalan kay ang mga motor, mga guba, kay siyempre habal-habal driver, gamay yun din siya na magkuhan dadid ni. Then kedua, ang traffic. Layo ba ang mga pasahero, mga reklamo na kay lutay kaayo. O nang single na lang sila.
Can you share a personal experience when the road condition caused delays, damage, or even danger?
For me, as a resident and also a student here in Panabo City, and nagpuyos diri sa Tadico Road, maka-experience ko delay sa para sa ako nga spend ko, ma-experience ko kanang malate ko sa eskwelahan, and also kanang makadamage sa ako ang properties. Sa kaabog sa dalan, and also pag kanang muulan, lapo kayo. Then sa kini po diri sa Tadico Road, daghan na po siyang nadisgrasya tungod sa kapangit sa dalan, nga dapat ang tangayo nga maora gyud akong gusto.
Pila na ka mga pag-ayo ang kinahanglan nimong buhaton tungod ni ini nga dalan?
Hindi naman kung pilay sa mo kailangan nga maayo. Dito mo sa perminti wadaot po.
Pila sa imong kinitaan ang nagasto para lang sa pagmentar sa imong sakyanan?
Wala po na yun.
Ikaw ba o ang imong mga pasahero na aksidente tungod ni ining kalsada?
Wala po man. Wala.
Kung hapsay og luwas ang dalan, pila ka oras og kwarta ang imong madaginot?
At ako kay madaginat. Mayo ang ulan.
Unsa ang kadugay nga guwat-huwat ang imong nasa sakupan diri sa Southern Davao niya o trohon ang dalan diri sa Talikurom?
Actually, 2020 ang problema pa na siya. Hangtod karon, ang pimulo sa especially sa mga motorista ang dala sa Tadikaroy. So, hopefully, sana may proposal na iayos na ang mga dalan.
Unsa ang gipangbuhat sa local government para masulbaran ang problema diri sa dalan nga gahulat sa national funding?
Actually, dapat dito gid sa taas mo na umunta na. But anyway, tanaw po na dyan, especially sa city na to ang mga dalan.
What message would you give to DPWH and national leaders about this issue?
Mauna ta sa highlights karon nga issue no sa DPWH, ato man gyud makita kung unsa na kawinda nga ato ang nason. So hopefully sa message ako sa DPWH, ipakita ang tinuod nga trabaho jud. Kung naa may actually di mo ita perfect, but walong yun sa DPWH na kaning kamutan nga matama o mahaong ang mga kailangang trabaho respectively.
The Dico Road is not alone. Across the country, unfinished public works projects are common. Reflect larger issues of governance, corruptions, and accountability. Taxpayers pay billions of pesos every year for infrastructure. Voltage cuts to heavy Manila traffic, flooding in poorly built roads, and unfinished bridges in rural areas. Philippines. Unfinished roads are more than inconvenience. They worsen traffic congestion, raise transport costs, and discourage investors. They widen inequality, as ordinary citizens bear the daily burden while officials remain unaffected, and they depend our vulnerability to disasters as in conflict.
Behind every pothole is a story.
Behind every delay is a life disrupted. For the people of Davao del Norte, the DECO Road is more than a project number on a government budget. This is their daily reality, a test of patience, and a demand for accountability. The government promises full rehabilitation by 2027, but will this deadline be met? Or will the DECO Road remain a half-finished dream? The answer depends not only on agencies and contractors, but on citizens who demand transparency, accountability, and results. A road is a promise, and every peso in the budget is the people's money. To leave it unfinished is to leave the people behind.
The road ahead is still long, but for Davao, for the Philippines, and for every citizen who dares to dream of a better tomorrow, unfinished roads must no longer be the norm. It is time to build, to finish, and to move forward.
As the sun dips behind the trees of Davao del Norte, the dust settles once more on the DECO Road, a road that has seen countless promises, countless plans, and countless disappointments. For the people who walk, drive, and live along this path, the road is more than just gravel and potholes. It has become a reflection of our nation's journey, one that mirrors a deeper truth about the Philippines today. This is not just a local problem, it is part of a much larger contemporary issue, the unfinished infrastructure and broken governance that continue to burden Filipinos across the country. Every incomplete road, every delayed project, and every unkept promise reveals a system struggling with corruption, inefficiency, and misplaced priorities. In classrooms, young students learn about good governance, transparency, and accountability. But out here, on roads like the DECO, those lessons are yet to be seen. What we face is not only failure in construction, but a failure of consistency, leadership, and commitment. These are not statistics. These are people, ordinary citizens who pay taxes, who work hard, and who deserve better. When a road remains unfinished, a farmer's livelihood is delayed, a student education is disrupted, a teacher's effort is doubled. And so, this becomes more than just a road problem. It becomes a social issue, an economic issue, and a contemporary issue that defines our collective reality. It tells us how deeply connected we all are, and how every unfulfilled promise, no matter how small, affects the nation as a whole. Yet, amid the frustration, there is still hope. Hope that one day, this road will finally be completed, not just in concrete, but in purpose. Hope that leaders will see beyond paperwork and politics and realize that every kilometer built brings people closer to opportunity. Hope that citizens will no longer wait in silence, but will use their voices to demand transparency, honesty, and action.